That pool table scene was very unnecessary. I don't do well with scenes like that. I heard that that was LL's idea. And I'm just going to keep my thoughts to myself. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to review the 1999 film In Too Deep. Yes, I want to start this new series called Nostalgic Review, and maybe eventually reactions, just of older films. I feel like I've done this before, and maybe specifically older black films, because I've seen a lot of black films, but there's a lot that I haven't seen that would get my black card revoked, and I don't care. But I wanted to start doing that, and so I randomly watched this recently, and I wanted to give my review of it. So yes, if you have some suggestions, put them down below. If you would like to see me react to some movies, put them down below as well. And so yes, so the synopsis for this is, right out of Police Academy, Jeff, played by Omar Epps, starts as an undercover cop in Cincinnati. First it's small-time cases, but he proves himself and moves up to a big case, befriending a brutal crime boss. So this is directed by Michael Reimer, and it stars Omar Epps, LL Cool J, Nia Long, and Hill Harper. Oh, also Pam Grier. So around here, I like to start off with my cons, then my pros. Lots of cons. I will say before I get into the cons, I find it interesting. Like I said, there's a lot of black films I haven't seen, but there's a lot that I have seen, and I always find, there's a difference between when you grow up with these films versus when you see them as adults. And that's why I think so many people like bad films, because they saw them when they were a kid, or a teenager, and so you have like that nostalgic feeling for some of these films that I don't think you would have if you saw it as adults. Because I also feel like now we're in a time where we're really talking about how some of these films are a little shitty. Some of them have problematic things in them. Sometimes we still like the problematic films, but I'm just seeing, like the difference. For example, like the Jackson 5 TV film. Like, I think if I saw that now, I would think it was boring, versus I grew up watching that, so it kind of has a place in my heart. That being said, some people probably look at this film differently if they grew up watching it. I didn't. I just saw it last weekend. I feel like in general, the story was rushed and it felt very unrealistic. I guess for me, first of all, from like the first scene with Omar Epps' character in the back of the vehicle, I just felt like I understood that he was new to their group, but to me he looked like a cop. He just looked out of place. Like he was the best dressed, he seemed the oldest, and he seemed the calmest. Like I said, he was the new guy, but it just felt like he was a sore thumb. Like he just felt like he didn't fit in. And I guess the entire time I'm like, y'all don't even know this guy. This is a grown-ass man that you're inviting into your gang or whatever, to knowing that there's undercover cops and snitches everywhere. Why are you just trusting this random guy? Granted, he was on the streets, I guess, for like a couple years, but I just didn't understand that. I don't think enough was proven for them to trust him so much. That was my main thing with the entire film. Also, the acting. I didn't think the acting was that good. I thought Omar Epps did good on certain parts, but LL, I guess another thing, and this is more of a spoiler, of him going away for so long and being able to come back without being attacked, being assaulted, being almost killed was weird to me, because I'm like, spoiler alert for The Wire, that's how Wallace got killed, okay? And he wasn't even snitching, so it's and this is a kid who grew up in this neighborhood, and these people seen him grow up in this neighborhood. This guy just came out of nowhere, went away for 3 months, and y'all just allowed him to come back without, there were questions obviously, but it's I don't know, to me it's just a little too unrealistic. I think that was my main thing. I felt like some of the relationships with the women just felt very empty. I don't really I understood why Nia Long's character was here, but it just felt very empty, very rushed. Another thing, okay, I guess my other big thing was that I think one of the main parts of the film was that this main character, Omar Epps' character, was starting to get in too deep. into this character, right? But I really didn't feel that till the end. Like, I do feel like he was empathizing with them, with, that Latino family, and it made sense, and I'm glad that they put that in there. And to be quite honest, I thought that they were going to go another direction as far as him maybe calling out the police on their corruption and stuff. I don't think it went that way, but I felt like the entire time, to me, he felt like a cop. Like, it never felt like he was getting in too deep until the scene with Nia Long. And I wish that there were more scenes of him starting to really become these guys and maybe agree with their mindset. I didn't feel that until the end, until he grabbed Nia Long by her face. Like, I didn't feel that the entire time, and I wish that I did, because I think that would have made for a really good film. So that being said, with the pros, I do think the overall ideal or the story is a really good idea. But I've been told that this has been done before. Like, I was thinking to myself, I was like, I feel like I've seen another like undercover cop film with white men, and I was like, The Departed, but I don't remember anything from The Departed. And I know I probably saw that like maybe 5 or 6 years ago. I remember absolutely nothing, but I know it was like critically acclaimed. But that's like that. And then I heard Deep Cover is another film with Lawrence Fishburne. But I think the whole ideal is a really good idea, especially if it has good writing, and this person, and specifically with the protagonist being from this environment and seeing the effects of drugs and violence on the community, and then wanting to change it. But then either one direction, him saying, okay, these people are just trying to take care of themselves, take care of their family, this is what's going on, or you really start to become these guys. I don't feel like I saw this in this film. So the other thing, I love the soundtrack. I thought the soundtrack was great. I love their wardrobe. That's about it. If I could give this a rating out of 10, I would give it a 4 out of 10. And I really do think that pool table scene was very unnecessary. Okay, I don't do well with scenes like that. I don't know why I'm laughing. I knew as soon as I saw him on that pool table, I knew what was going to happen. And it's crazy because I heard that was LL's idea. And I'm just going to keep my thoughts to myself. So yeah, tell me your thoughts below. Tell me if if you grew up watching this movie, if you saw it when it came out in 1999. I was 8. Somebody kept on quoting, I guess, the end when he said, you're not a real cop. I guess that's like a big quote from the film. But yeah, so again, if you have some suggestions for me, I guess I can make a list of the films I have seen. If you would like reactions, even reactions to the film, because some films I haven't seen in forever. Like, I haven't seen ATL in forever. I've only seen New Jack City once, Juice once. I've never seen Big Mama's House. It's hot in here. So if you like this video, like, comment, and subscribe, and look forward to my other videos. Thanks for watching.